world.
As soon as I ask him to go into the can, that's when he almost stops.
That's right. So this is Susan Faulkner Evans and Bo, and we're working on his canter transition. So his tendency is to not want to canter right away. He gets a little lazy out the legs. So we're playing with ways to find out how we can get him more attentive. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put his attentiveness right here?
He's paying attention, but he's just not responding.
Good. Is he not responding because he's not sure? That would be the question.
I don't think that's...
Okay, so look at his ears. He's looking at you. So he's waiting. He's waiting, right? So the question is, maybe he's a little unsure.
This is not unsure.
Oh, this is him saying he's very sure he doesn't want to do it. Good. Good.
Hard and I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. So now you're going to think every time before you pick up the canter, you're going to do 5 steps, ask for a canter. It's going to be a little ugly at first, by the way, as you noticed. That's it. And he's going to notice he's going to the left. He tries to flip to the right, doesn't he? Might be easier going to the other side. It doesn't matter. So you can see his issues with the transition start as soon as you start getting ready for a transition almost. So this is perfect. This is what we wanted to isolate. Because he's been making his transitions look good, but you know, you can't, by second level, you can't, you know, we can't hope anymore, as you know. Good, that's him having a temper tantrum. Change directions. That's right, so now you're going to untangle his brain. Okay, so now think 5 steps to a canter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, good, that's all right, that's all right. Good. If he doesn't canter, you bring him back to a walk and start over again. This is just where, if it was a car, the accelerator's a little bit heavy. But he's not being bad. We're just really getting finesse on this. You can see Bo doesn't really want to finesse today. Good. Good. She's counting the steps. So you really have to ask him to canter at like 3, don't you? I know, but now you're starting to feel it. And, you know, because he's getting ready to start his lead changes and stuff. So this is important for him right now, where he can start changing himself between everything. Good. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. That's right. You're just re-educating him on another way to use his aids. He's showing us he wants to be, I don't know what kick that is, that the Spanish riding school does. Good, good, good. Lots of praise, and then he'll try flipping to the outside right away, but we're not as focused on that. Good. Now 5 steps to a trot, keeping him uphill. Second level, he has to be uphill all the way. So think 5 steps. How did that one feel? Good. A little bit of a drop, but not much. Needs to have suspension in the trot. 5 steps, trot into your canter when you're ready. We're doing 5 step transitions into the canter is what we're talking about. So she's going to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ask him for it. Good, he tried. Praise him. And again, some days he'll pick it up automatically, other days not. We don't care. It's all part of the training process. We're just trying to make it working on getting more settled. It's fall, so we've got like 3 months before the show season. We've got plenty of time to go back to the basics. Good, good. Just feel it out. Everything you're doing is right, Susan. You can see he's not really exactly sure the way he likes to be of what he should be doing when. He's not. I don't consider this being bad. Good, good. So we've been with Bo a little over 4 years now, I think. And he had quite a few behavior problems. Yep, keep his neck loose when he came. And since then, he was 4th national champion for the training level USDF championships. Last year, he got 8th place at the regional championships in 2nd level. And now we're taking time off to do the basics. Good, good. Do you feel how you're starting to think about your aids different? And all we're doing is separating the timing of your aids to go with his movement as he does a transition. That's it. Praise him a lot. Bigger. Good, good. Good. So you can see here Bo's really getting a nice feeling. Nice and uphill. Feel it? He's uphill. He's coming through. true for a second level balance. This is important. And from here is where we want him to start picking up his canter now. Not easy, as you can see, but this is what every horse goes through when they're going through the changes in the levels. And going up, being consistent in second level is a big change from the levels training in the first level. Good, take your time, lots of praise. Good. I like how he's starting to come under your seat different. Do you feel that? Yeah, I know he's getting ready to kick too. So tell me, what do you feel him thinking when you're asking him for a change?
He just kind of shuts down there when I ask him to do something different. Then he just almost like zones out. He always pays attention, but then
He shuts down. That's exactly right. And it's
says,
that's right. And it's not so much that I'm not going to do it. He's not really sure he can do it. There's something there where you can feel he's right at the edge of greatness, right? And then you feel he's like, oh my gosh, can I do that? Can I do that? Because he has to feel really powerful to stay around when you're going up and down in the transitions. And he's getting comfortable in the power. You want to try it a little bit more? Okay, take your time. Okay, we're going back to the canter work. So you'll find this is true for you too if you're working on rebalancing your canter trot transitions or any of those things. This is Bo having a canter tantrum. So much better than what it used to be years ago. But horses will go through this where you can see Bo is like, why would I do this? This is really hard. It is hard. That's why second level is hard to get to. So we're trying to find an easier way where we can get him to where he'll go in and just, usually, because he scores really well at show, as you can see, and you've seen what's been happening, you wouldn't know that he has this little tendency to disconnect. Very nice. He's really big right now. I know he feels like he's disobeying you, but boy, he looks like he's like 18 hands. How does he feel? Oh! Okay, how can we make it a game then? If he's disobeying, try something totally different. Turn him across the ring and canter from there. So if you feel like he's getting apprehensive, because I know you never punish him or anything, you just want to think, okay, how can I make this a game for him? And you're just going to add your 5 steps into a canter whenever you start counting. That's right, make it a game. Make it a game. So Bo used to be a serious bucker back in his day. Good, praise him, praise him, praise him, praise him. Good, bigger. That's right, bigger. That's it. Send him forward, praise him. Yep, bigger, right away. He's got to get through that, because you can feel he's blocked up. When you feel him block up like that, just fly. Good. That's it. Good. That's it. Praise him. There. So that's the point where he'll start getting looser. He's figuring out a new balance here. This is such a big change for any horse or rider. I'm glad you get to see a part of this, because this is something that most riders never see happening with a horse that's going through this change, or a rider. Good. Good boy. I really like how you're using your aids to keep him straight now, Susan. Good. Bring your shoulder over with your outside aids. Come across the diagonal. You're going to do a simple change and change to the other side. Good. Count. Keep them uphill. 2. Good, good. Count. Did you count up? So if it was 5 strides, it was like a 2-stride trot. Good, good. That's it. And then you're going to add your counter canters. Yep, get him deeper in his neck. That's where his steps slow down. So in the counter canter, you're going to get him softer in his jaw and his pole so he gets thicker under your seat. That's right. Think collected canter. You're going to do collected canter first. And then lengthen as you do your lateral work. That's right. Good. Collect him. Get him to pick you up more where he sits down, shoulder up. Good. Praise him. That's it. Good boy. Okay, now get him thicker into the base of his neck. Thicker. Half halt. Half halt. Make it a leap. Half halt. More. More. Jaw. Loosen the jaw more. Half halt. Half halt. Loosen it more. There. Loosen it more. Good. That's it. Now that's the feeling you want to add to his actual canters. Because you'll feel he'll start going a little flat. So as soon as you feel the little flat, you want to soften the jaw, soften the pole, check to see if he's loose underneath of your leg. Good boy. That's it. That's good. Good boy. And he's going to feel a little disconnected at times. That's all right. Good boy. He's anticipating that, but that's all right. Once the horse gets into second level, it's such a different level to really get focused on. Everything has to be a lot more exact. Good boy. So we don't see there's little issues every now and then we don't get. That's it. That's it. Praise him. Good. Drive him through it. That's it exactly, Susan. Praise him. That's what he has to get used to. Good. Good. So even though he wasn't in the perfect position, his back was up. You know, even though he was protesting a little bit, he finally gave. So little by little, we take away those cobwebs where he gets more comfortable, being more connected in his transitions. Good. How's that feeling? Good. Get him deeper in his neck. That's it. Needs to be more uphill. There. Good. Good. That's right. Keep him loose in his neck. Very good. That's it. Good boy. That's it, right away into, that's good, good boy.